Hello and welcome to Tech Deal's Windows Performance Review. We're testing Windows today on this $700 CyberPower PC gaming computer. I've previously reviewed this computer, link in the description below, but wait, we've upgraded it. This is the second Windows Performance Review I've done. The original will also be linked in the description below. This computer normally comes with an Intel i5 4-core 6th generation processor up to 3.4 gigahertz. That's not been changed. It comes with 8 gigabytes of system RAM, but I've upgraded it. There's a video showing that upgrade to 16 gigabytes of RAM. I've also replaced the hard drive with a solid-state drive. This dramatically improves the load time of both Windows and programs and improves the responsiveness of multitasking. So, we are now running on a solid-state drive. We are now running with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Everything else about this computer is as it came from the factory, but with those two changes, I'm going to attempt to do exactly the same Windows Performance Review I did last time, so you can compare the two. Open the two videos, watch them, I'll load the same sites and show the same items, and hopefully you get an idea of the overall performance. Now the first thing I did last time, and I'll do it again, is a reboot test. I'm going to come down to Start, Power, I'm going to click Restart, and I'm not going to time it live, but I'll time it in Edit, and I'll put the times up here for how long it takes to get back to a usable desktop to where I can open a web browser and start typing, and restart. This should be noticeably faster than the hard drive. Now, in fairness, this computer came with a pretty good hard drive. I've done this test on most of the machines I've reviewed, and especially laptops with slow laptop drives, the difference is dramatic. Some laptops take 2 to 3 minutes to reboot. This desktop doesn't take quite that long because it's got a really good, well, that was fast. Can we open a web browser? Can I type? Does it open? Boom. Now, if you watch my previous Windows performance video, the web browser came up pretty quickly. But even when I typed, there was still a delay before it started processing because it was doing things in the background. This is a dramatic difference in terms of responsiveness. So the first thing I'm going to do is download Chrome and Firefox, which I did last time. Now they were actually uninstalled before I cloned the drive to the SSD, so they're not on here. So we'll go to Chrome, and we'll download that. Download Chrome. This should be nice and quick. Running security scan, run. Yes, I want it to make updates. I'll go ahead and close Edge. On your marks. Downloading. That's pretty quick. Installing. Now, web browsers aren't very large. Downloading and installing a web browser is not that hard, but compare the two. Now, let's go get Firefox. Download Firefox. When I click different tabs, when I open things, it feels faster. The whole system is more responsive. Now that's not the 16 gigs of RAM, that's the solid-state drive. There is a 480 gigabyte solid-state drive in here. They cost about $100, give or take. If you don't want to spend that much, for about $50 or $60 you can get a 240, which will do the job just fine. All right, I'm now going to load up the same programs I had before. YouTube/C/TechDeals. Yes, I have a custom .com. Hang on. My bad. There we go. I have a custom URL for YouTube videos. And in fact, I'm going to open up the exact same 8 videos I did last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll just click on that one for 8. Ads, oh boy. This is playing, and they're playing in exactly the same resolution they were playing in the last one, 720p at 60 frames per second. Who's that handsome guy? Must be me. Another ad. So they're all playing. Now I'm going to leave those playing. I'll go ahead and I'll pull up the Windows. If you've never pulled up Task Manager before, let me actually show you this. Right-click on the taskbar on the bottom of your screen, come up 3 from the bottom and hit Task Manager. If it doesn't look like that, if it looks like this, click More Details. Click Performance up at the top. We are currently using 24% of our available RAM. If you watch the original Windows performance review with only 8 gigs of RAM, it was a lot more, so it makes a difference. Very nice. It certainly uses bandwidth to play all these videos, about 20 megabits a second, give or take, to play 8 HD videos. I'll minimize that. Let's go ahead and open up Chrome. Nope, don't ask again. Yahoo. Same tabs that we opened before. Yahoo's page is very intensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Yahoo tabs. Try this on your own machine. How well can you go to Yahoo Sports, and go across the top and open up 8 tabs at once in Chrome and see how well your performance is? That's very smooth. In fact, the images have all loaded up. That's really nice. No complaints. Very impressed. Let me go ahead and click on some links and see what happens. I'll click that link, and this one, and that one, and that one. Oh, I opened a new tab. It doesn't matter. Pro Leagues. Oh, those aren't links. There we go. That's a link. Look how responsive that is. Okay, it's loading. I'm asking the machine to do a lot. How's the CPU? 77% tasked, running at 3.2 gigahertz. Now, I mentioned before it's up to 3.4. It's 3.4 in single-threaded tasks, and it comes down to 3.3, 3.2 as you load up the cores. So even now, we're using 60% of the CPU, even though the pages are loaded. If we were on a dual core, like an i3 machine instead of an i5, this would be overwhelming the computer. We're using 3 of our 4 cores. The disk is not busy. We're using 48% of our available RAM, but the actual committed amount and the amount paged, it's a good thing we have all that RAM. Cached, 2.4 gigabytes. Nice. Let's go ahead and see if those videos are playing. Hey, Dragon Age Inquisition. That looks like a video card. Titanfall. World of Warships, one of my favorite games. Battlefield 1. That actually was quite fun. Let's open up Firefox, shall we? And let's go to Amazon.com. And we'll type in CyberPower PC. Let's see what that brings up. And there it is. $719. Note, prices change over time. If it's not $719 when you go there, Amazon changes prices. Do note, if you do decide to go and buy this, look at this line directly beneath the in stock and the price I've highlighted in blue. Shipped from and sold by Amazon.com. If by chance this is out of stock from Amazon and this price is higher, it may say ships from and sold by ABC seller. Third-party sellers can sell on Amazon. If the prices are higher, sometimes it's because Amazon doesn't have it in stock and a third-party seller has decided to mark up the price. This happens with a variety of items. Do keep that point in mind. Let's see how well the various tabs open. Laptops, tablets, desktops, monitors, computer accessories, PC components, PC gaming, and all electronics. Yes, again, everything I'm doing here may be overkill, but it's designed to show how well can the computer grow with you over time. How well can you use this computer for years to come? Because you're not buying this for now. I fully believe that the average person could buy this computer and keep it 3 to 5 years without any issues. I do recommend you upgrade it to 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I strongly recommend a solid-state drive. It just makes the whole computer more pleasant to use. They're not required. It works fine out of the box. I've shown that, but it is nice. How well do these pages look? Very, very nice. Very smooth. Look at that. Remember, we have 8 Yahoo tabs open, which are actually more than 8 Yahoo tabs open. We have 8 HD 60 frame per second YouTube videos playing. This just doesn't care. This is very, very nice. You don't need more computer than this. If you want more computer, that's fine. But in terms of dollars spent to performance gained, this might be one of the best pre-built desktops you can buy, bar none. It might sound like I'm gushing a bit, but look at this. It's still playing the video. It's 6 minutes into the video. World of Warships, 5 minutes and 40 seconds into the video. World of Tanks, Titanfall, 6 minutes, 31 seconds into the video. So all these are playing in the background. How's our RAM and CPU? Memory usage, 53%. I had all this same stuff loaded when we only had 8 gigs of RAM. Now the memory usage was lower. It was compressing the RAM and swapping to the hard drive, which made it slower. The responsiveness, oh look, it says thank you for watching, remember to subscribe. The responsiveness with the solid state drive and the additional RAM gives Windows all the room in the world to work. That is very, very nice. How do these work? Yep, look at that. I can click on stuff. I can come down here. The reason why I use Yahoo's web pages is when I first load a page and I scroll down, it has to load all these images dynamically. No complaints. How fast does it close them? Yep, close all tabs, close tabs, yep, close tabs. No issues whatsoever. CPU usage, memory's back down low again. This thing is rocket fast. For $700, I recommend it. Like this video if you like it. Don't if you don't. Remember to subscribe to my channel. It's the big huge red button just below the video. If it's not red because you've already subscribed, thank you. If not, subscribe now to get updates to future videos on this and other computers, how-to guides, hardware guides, unboxings, and all sorts of cool tech-related deals. Questions and comments, go in the comment box below and check out my video description. My original review, other reviews on this, game performance reviews, and the link to Amazon.com where you can buy this computer, and a link to Amazon and Newegg for RAM upgrades and SSD upgrades. This thing is a beast. I love this computer, and if you want a deal, go give it a shot. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you next time.